Good morning, good morning. All right, here we go. Opening range. Let's mark some points here. And oops, let's get rid of this. All right. Okay. So I haven't even marked the pre-market high or low, but it looks like we're right in that pocket from yesterday. See, we tapped that upper liquidity level, and that would have been a good level to short this morning. I still wouldn't probably have shorted it because um, I don't want to get ahead of that opening liquidity, right? It's just too much. So not gonna do that. Gonna try and stay out of that action. So let's find our new pre-market high and low real fast. Let's see, we got the pre-market high. Obviously, is this at real market high? Real market high there. We can't be that much. Only 2 bars. Okay, yeah, that's not pre-market. That was CPI. Okay, so CPI up here, candle down here, candle. So we widen our range of the pre-market session a little bit, but not too bad besides that. Got a little bit of understanding of the liquidity levels, so we'll keep an eye on those. But yeah, so far nothing too crazy. PBI 30 had a big rip. I don't want to check it because I don't want to lose my chart. Well, technically, I don't think I will check it. I won't. What do you say? Check it. I will be. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, is that as expected? Everything came in as expected. Interesting. Right. Well, very, very, very interesting. All right. Well, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to trade the MNQ or if I'm going to trade the MES today. I think I'm going to trade the M. And we're going to find out. These aren't right. Uh, sense. Zoom down, maybe? Maybe. All right. Let's go. Let us go and figure out our boxes here. I think it's Control and F12. I think it's kind of crazy, but yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad I remember the hockey. Actually, you know what? Let's go to MES charts here. Give me on the MES here. We're on 924. I think we need to be on 1224 micros. MES 1224. There we go. MES. Oh no, 924. There. Alright, let's get rid of this EMA too. I don't need an EMA. Oh, it's a VWMA. Okay, well, it's still gonna get rid of that. Alright. Did that not happen? Move, apply. There we go. Okay. Let's make sure my DOM is on the MES. No. Okay. We're right at a point of control right here. Okay. So let's see. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dang, this is. Let's get this over. It's 6:30 for me. Let's chill it out a little bit. 6:30. Not I wasn't ready to get that booty shaking yet. All right. Let's see here. They're all 5 minutes. Well, let me go off the screen. All right, we're gonna have some. Should be a days to load tab somewhere in here. By the way, a little bit of a bear trap this morning. I'm not going to take it because it's on the first half hour of the day, but this would be the context of a bear trap. I'm going to put you just right here. If we were to go break out of this, try to go lower, come back up into this range, that's a bear trap. But because it's in the first 30 minutes of the day, this is much more likely to get ran through. So, by the way, good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Samuel. How are you guys this morning? I was gonna have a guest on today, but I had to switch my schedule because I had appointments early this morning. I forgot it. We're getting into the Thanksgiving, Christmas time, and people need me to bend over a little bit, bend the rules a little bit. So I'm bending the rules a little bit. Let's see here. This is 2, Jill. Where is... Can't even think it's so chill. I need to find historical data. Alright, let's see here. Let's see here. Whoops. I want the alert. Ooh, that's kind of cool though. I didn't even think that you could do alerts, but... Alright. Days to load. We're gonna go 90 days. Apply. I probably don't need 90 days on the there we go. Now we'll have some actual things here. Alright. You guys don't want to watch me do a chart, but I'm basically getting this chart, getting ready to get this chart set up. So if you want to see it, you can see it. If not, don't even trip because I'm probably gonna keep the other one on. But we're gonna get this one. This is gonna be our new it's gonna be our new chart for let's see, Control F12. It's gonna be our new chart for finding liquidity. I want to make sure we're tick specific here. This thing does not need to be cornflower blue. Let's make it pale green. That blue border, who cares? It's fine. I'm gonna drag those across in a second. This is too chill. Give me something in between here. All right, uptick in volume here. Boom, boom. That's gonna be another one. I have to change the color every time. Some things I like. Some things I do not like. Let's see, let's go template. Save. Buyers. Save. Apply. Alright. Downtick, uptick, uptick. Does that get ran through? No, it doesn't. Alright. I'm gonna pop you guys back over here for a second, unless you guys want to see it. Really up to you, because I'm gonna chart out all those things this morning. Good morning, Trader DLS. How are you? I'm gonna get Dewey on this channel here as a guest here eventually. All right, this is gonna be the tough part because how do I lock? There's no way to lock auto scale. No, tricky. All right, I'll just have to know what the point values are. The only way. Okay. So really nothing chopping around this morning. Beginning in the morning, we had CPI came up, tapped that. See that double liquidity that tapped? Rejected right off of it. That would have been a great short. Almost 100 point short. It was a long up to it, right? 100 point long, 100 point short. Right to that liquidity level. It was just right to the tick. Look at that. I had this mark from yesterday. I even marked this morning. Right to the tick. Boom. Tap that liquidity, bounce right off. So we'll see how the stock continues to react off of that. Where are we at here? Boom, boom. I don't even know if ES is technically going to behave the same. I have to do this every time. Alright, well, I better get used to it. So those are a couple of things that are going to be kind of hard to grasp here. I might, since that's going to take a bit of time, I'm going to do this a little bit more sparingly. Let's start from the front and work our way back. How's that sound? Alright. So CPI bid here. ES is actually holding up quite a bit better than the NASDAQ is. Some pre-market stuff, but I think all this guy comes from over here. We have our uptick, uptick, uptick. Here it is. Here's our buyer. Let's put you over here for a second. So uptick, uptick, uptick. Increase of volume. Oh, this is going to be our demand zone here. And then it's right where that candle retraces. Boom, retraces. And let's put this as, well, I could do, honestly, this is faster than loading the template, to be honest. All right. This is the tough part. All right, so this is between 95. I'm just going to move this top angle above the line barely. 95? It needs to be to the tick. 96. All right, I just need to remember 96. All right. So we tapped into there again. 96 was the area. 6. But it got chewed up a little bit, so some of that liquidity is gone. And we had our new bidder. Okay, so this is good to know. This is going to be a little 93.50. This is going to be annoying to draw zones on if I can't lock these zones. I may have to trade the zones on the we'll just figure it out. I may not need to draw zones on here at all and just execute. I'll draw zones on like TradingView or something like that. I don't want to have 3 different charts up though. But I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, if I have a chart on TradingView and a chart for NinjaTrader, it doesn't really matter too much. I just need to get live data. Okay, so you see that that trap got ran through, right? So here's your trap, bear trap, got ran through. And that's much more likely first 30 minutes of the open. And now you have another bear trap. If this comes back up into these bodies again, right? And this one I'm also not going to take because it's much more likely to get ran through again. So first 30 minutes of the day, we don't really mess with those traps, right? We do have a top pivot here. So here's a top pivot. And then we haven't really had a bottom pivot yet because every single bar has been getting lower. So we don't really have a bottom pivot yet. So that's something to keep in mind. I may just mark the levels. I might just do everything here. I don't see why that's going to be an issue to do everything here. And then mark it. I could just keep an eye on the 5 minute, not the 30 second. Just play the 30 second macro. I mean, sorry, the 5 minute macro. Because that would mean that you have a new buyer here. Right? New buyer here. Went right below, kind of came back up. Let's see here. We got a new buyer here. I think this gets taken. Let's find out. This almost gets taken. You have a sliver of a champ there. See, this is nice. I can just drag it across. This is going to save me so much time unless there's a way I can drag. There, see? I don't know. All right, so pre-market you have uptick, uptick. So here's your new buyer pre-market. There you go. There you go. Look at that. A pull right into the bottom of that liquidity. So where they defended this position twice. So you're seeing that it's basically proving true on multiple facets. All right. Yeses. I almost sneezed it. Like held it off. All right. So this is a bit of a trap here. Tried to go lower. Came back up into range here. I'm not gonna take it still, but there is a buyer here. So. Maybe I'll just play M and Q. Let's just go M and Q. I was gonna do MES, but let's do M and Q. See if we can actually play it a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, let's see here. I'll have to step away for 1 second. My kid just woke up. But trap, not taking it. All right, well, he ended up going back to sleep. We'll see if he wakes up in a second. All right. Let's see, where were we? Okay, a big red bar, and we're heading right into the supply zone at 11. I may take a little bid here. I think I'm gonna take a bid here. Let's see.
Order filled.
Let's see here. I think I bought. Hope I bought. See if we get that little rejection here. If not, I didn't get great pricing. Yeah, we are drifting a little bit lower than this. I might have to probably cut this. Like 3 points down. Let's see. That we hold up here. And the back end of this level. What am I with right now? MES? Oh, this is MES, so. Not gonna be as scary. That's probably better, to be honest. 2 points in MES is what, 10 bucks? Really, I only want to risk like 20 bucks on this play, so MES is, looks like it's going down a little bit further. Oh, by the way, we do have a 2-bar break sitting up here. Right here. Into this downtrend. So if this bar goes red, then it is what it is. We're going to close this trade. I think here we're going to go for roughly 10. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to clap that one. That one's going to get heavy. All right, so let's see, $25 loss on the live account. All right, I need to get this over to MES though. Let's see here. Even though I do like MNQ a little bit better, let's just trade MES because it's a little slower. All right, well, do I like the bottom of this range? Let's see. What's over here? Increase, increase, increase. Did I miss all of this? Yeah. So this overlap down here at 61 is a level. It's possible. Possible good level down here. Let's see.
Order filled. Order filled.
Let's see. I might get a couple more right here. There we go. And then I'm gonna buy one here.
Order filled.
Let's see. See if we get a little love tap here. See if this level holds. If this level doesn't hold, then we're gonna cut out of this one too. See, I'm still expecting a little bit of some chop in these areas. All right, so we cut through these volumes here. I'm gonna sell 2 here just to limit the risk. We come back in again, kind of cold, then that's gonna put pressure on it. So let's see, we did get higher selling volume up into this area, so we're coming back down again. See if they try and bid it up again. Looks like they're trying. Volume kicked way, way up here. This could be highest volume of the day. I'm sorry, of the morning on this level. That's how much absorption just went on there. And let's see here. Might be able to catch a little bit out of this move here. I'm gonna go ahead and sell another one there. And let's just close it there. And I'm gonna close the 5 over here as well. So we're back basically to break even minus commissions. Got about the same in and out on my NinjaTrader as well. Take the bid right there. So as you see, we tapped into that liquidity level here. It still could do a big reversal. But yeah, so we have a minute left. Let's check here because this guy is about to get cracked. But I do like that double overlap. But because we are getting ready for the context of this is a new seller really selling in here. Let's just make sure this bar needs to get above halfway. If it does not get above halfway, I may even fade this. I mean, below halfway. By the way, I hope you guys are having a good morning. None of these trades are recommendations. I'm not a financial advisor. So yeah, just a little bit. We got a little bit of that love there. We'll see. If it closes here, I may play a bounce off of there, but let's see. If it goes down, I'm going to have to short it on this account, the house account, even if it's an L. So, yeah. 9, 8, it's going to be the moment of truth. If it goes up from here, 4, 3, 2, 1, not an L. So we have to wait for the third bar now. Caught that liquidity level really nicely, actually. So could see a little bit of upside here. All right, so this player got taken out, and we dredged into this guy a little bit. Still in a pretty heavy downtrend here. Pretty heavy. We're gonna take this one. And this was a 2-bar break, but we need to wait for that third bar to come in for it to actually be considered great. And then we had a nice 15-point bounce off of that level there. But the way it was coming back down again into it, kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sketched me out a little bit. So there we have it. Nice level there. Caught that double liquidity. Now it's a big bounce, right? We were already almost 60 points off of it. Yeah, not bad for the morning. So here's the rules now with my new account. So with the new account, I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to do an at the money strategy. We're going to do a custom. So I'm going to lose. Let's see here on the yes. We're going to look to put a stop, a $20 stop. So it's going to be a 5-point loss. See, a 5-point loss. We're gonna try and go for a 4-point loss, and we're gonna look for 8 points of profit. That's what we're gonna try and do. Yeah. Oh no, we're not doing that. Let's get rid of that one. And we're gonna call it the liquidity strat. It's good enough for me. Liquidity strat. All right. Okay, so we're going to use the liquidity strat. So on the top step, which we're trading the ES. So we got our bid in pretty nice down here. The idea is to, we got like right down in that. See where I tapped right into that liquidity pool down here? That liquidity pool's from over here. So this reacted it off of it, and it came down, bounced up again, and rejected. So you found buyers up there again, and you're probably going to find sellers again at the 243, maybe even the beginning at 230, something like that. But anyways, and again, this is ES. So when I say 243, 243, 30, stuff like that. But we'll keep an eye out. So this is my live account, real money. I just put a few $100s in here, so nothing crazy. About as much as you would use for some of these combines, right? We'll see if we could bring this count up with live money, and it's live money, so let's see if it's going to change the psychology a little bit. Did get that nice rejection there. So this is all 30 seconds, so if we're going to play this again, let's see here, another little bidder here. Yeah. There you go. Have it. Again, it's 30 seconds, so we'll see how that reacts. Oh, this third bar did not go great. Okay, so let's have a little peek here. Get ready for the other strat. So if this third bar does go green, red in a minute, we're gonna actually take the short here. I know this is a strong liquidity level, but it's going to put a lot of pressure down here. I don't know if I would take that with the house account, though. Let's find out. Might be awake. to neighbors. Okay. 33 seconds left. Let's see what's going on here. This goes red. Decent amount. If it flashes red, I'm going to take it short. If it doesn't, then we have our new pivot low. Not a trading recommendation, by the way. Still finding buyers in that little liquidity pool here. We will be officially below pre-market low, I think. Yeah. All right, Doji'd. So we are below pre-market low, so I'm only looking for shorts now. Although we are running to some of that liquidity down there, I'm only going to be looking for shorts. And I think, is that a 2-bar play off the morning? Uh-oh, let's find out here. Yes, it is. It's a 2-bar play off the morning, so I'm actually going to take a sell here.
Order filled.
A nice increase in volume. Let's see here at the 79. Let's go 82.25. I don't love taking this short here, to be honest with you. But rules are rules. And I have to get in short, so actually let's just make sure that body wasn't halfway size. It's below halfway, that's what I thought. Okay. So there's a short, and we're going to be looking for, remember, 15 minutes kind of guiding us right now. 15 minutes. So we're going to tap into this next liquidity at 07, 07.75. All right, not a trading recommendation. All right, I may take a stab short too then on the house account. I would like to get a little bit better pricing though. Let's see if we can get a little bit better pricing somewhere here on the 32nd. Where we got increase. So this is a new seller here. Seller, buyer. I'm gonna chop it in this range a little bit. Another, oh no. You have this seller from earlier, so this is like a little overlap here. I see here, I think this is off. This is increase, so here's your other one up here. Oh, my son's awake again. I have to go in there and get him ready for the morning. All right, so we're in the short. I have some levels getting marked out on the 32nd here. So maybe a play at the overlap at 07, 08, maybe back up into the pool at 14 might be a better pricing for the short, but I am in the context of the short, so we'll see what happens here. Alrighty. I go get my son again and continue this morning. Alright guys, so just a little update here. On the 5 minute, we have that 2 low volume kind of doji and then this another little push down here. So if we get a 2-bar break on the 5, that's going to put pressure to the downside. We're still catching a little bitter here, but these guys are just playing chicken right now. So we're going to see what happens. So it was an increased short here. I don't feel comfortable taking a short on my live account though. Not on the ES. Well, both of these. This is Express account and the live, so they both are technically real money. But on the live account, I'm really trying to dial in good price. So if I'm gonna go short, I want to go short at 608 or even this pull up here at 613. Or would that put us over here? So the beginning of 613, and then you have that whole pocket of selling here. So I would feel more comfortable being a seller up at 613, looking for a 2-to-1. And I think we're risking 4 points, so 17 would be the risk. And 8 points is going to be so back down to 05, basically. Right down there, so. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, if we get another little pull here, these are kind of lower volume pullbacks, nothing too crazy. Let me see. Let's throw up. I need to throw up a little bit of some cartoons for the little guy. There we go. A little bit of. All right, which one? He gets picky in the mornings. This one? All right. So let's see what happens here. We're looking for a few points here on the NQ. Trying to get a rotate. It's actually 100 points. It's pretty wild. 100 points on the NQ rotation. That's a big move. From an ES standpoint, we have our 30-second. We have our big buyer here, which we tapped into, and he just pointed right off. We took that trade. I got in. Where did I get in short? Let me see where my trades are. Executions. So I bought in at. First, we got in at 605? I think I did. And we went at 605, and I took a 5-point stop at 25. And then we broke down, and we had this double lap that I caught last second. But I felt if I would have known that, I wouldn't have taken the first trade. I would have taken the second trade of that double lap. And that's the other trade that we did get into. So I got it at 593. We got it right here. Almost the bottom. And it immediately ripped up almost 15 points. So I only took 5 points. So my exit was at 8 right here off that reaction. but we could have had a little more headway. I didn't have any of my by the way, multiple dojis in a row is usually bullish, or bullish or bear. That's usually in the direction that it wants to go. When you have multiple dojis in a row like this, so sometimes you'll get a doji, 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 and then just an extension. That's per Al Brooks, by the way. So, all right, let's see. Context is everything, though, so it's always relative. So you have that player down there at 66. I may try and take another little cut here for an ad, see if we tap back into him. That would be counterintuitive to my strategy here. So let's see here. Let's see if we can find another buyer. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So this is our overlap. Let's kick you guys on my screen real quick. This is our overlap for the 5-minute. Right here. Oops. What's going on here? Oops, don't want the lips. Oh, it's having me. I have to draw it outside the box. That's kind of annoying. Wait, region highlight. What about this? Region highlight might be better. Why is it not giving it to me? Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. Oh, here we go. That's going to be much better than this. I'll leave the pale green there for right now, but this is going to be much better. Okay. There we go. Now yes. Okay. Much better. And then, oh yeah. Okay, we're good. We're saved. Multiple dojis in a row. Now I can just mark these real quickly then. 2, 2. Region highlight. Oh, beautiful. Yes. I've been this excited in a minute. And then we have this big 2 right here. So maybe at this 610, I'm going to throw a sell order up at the 610. Let's see here. Get up to 610. I think I'm going to take a sell.
Order submitted.
Shh, why am I not seeing that reflected on the screen here? I see it on my DOM, but not on the screen. It's kind of interesting. 1224, 1224, MES, everything's MES. Just not seeing it reflected on my chart. Alright, well, that's interesting. 610, that's where we have that one. Good morning, Kyogomu. Multiple dojis in the same direction. This is very interesting. So I'm trying to short the 10. I'm hoping for like a little slap up. I have my short up here. That's so strange how I can't. I wonder how I connect them. So many bugs to work out here with the alright, link red. Oh, this one's blue, red. Wait. Let me get both of these red. Uh-oh. Let me cut my mic real quick. You don't want this one? You want a different one? Alright, we're getting closer to me getting filled on that 10. We're just a couple points away. I'm trying to get this fill up here. I might bring it, I should have brought it maybe down just a little bit, a couple points maybe. Can I bring it down a couple points?
Order submitted.
Maybe not 9.
Order canceled.
All right, let's see.
Order filled.
There we go. All right, we got filled at 9. So we got, oh, that's way too tight. Oh, no.
Order submitted.
No.
Order canceled. Order canceled.
Okay, well, that was a blunder. Okay. Let's go back to these points here. Edit. Stop. This is in ticks. We need 4 points. Blunder there. Okay, 16 points. Profit needs to be, if we want 8, we need, what is that, 36? Okay, here we go. Why am I frozen here? A little frozen for a second. All right, there we go. And now let's sell.
Order filled.
Okay. Now our sell's at 15. That's a little bit better. Yeah, 15 is going to be a little bit better, even though the sell might have been better at 14 now that we broke through these guys. Okay. So I wanted to sell up here because of this context right here, up into this seller. 15 is a little bit better because we tap into this player as well. Let's see here. Right here, so there's a little overlap at 1375. That probably was the better play. Right, this is tough. Tough love here. Not letting me get into the middle here. All right, there we go. Good night. Some of this is killing me. All right. So there's your double tap at 13. That may have been the better one. By the way, multiple dojis. Like I said, it's bullish. Doji. Usually bullish per Albrecht. Same thing with the if it was dojis to the downside. So something to just consider. Keep in mind throwing the inventory. This is all still sellers all the way up here. So let me see here. If we were to mark these, all of this is selling liquidity. On a more of a macro. Now some of that just got cut into a little bit. All right, so probably could have got better pricing here on the 5 minute. Our fill is, where are we at? Our fill is 2 points away from here, so 1125, 1150. So we're up here somewhere. I don't know why it's not being shown on the chart. It's just being shown on the DOM, but we're looking for a total of 8 points. So we're trying to speculate, say that this is going to go 8 points from, where am I, 1150? 8 points is going to be 350. So right here. That's what we're trying to get right here. We're trying to pull those 8 points out of the market. 350 is going to be kind of tough though, because it is the bottom of these sellers. So we might close it a touch early, but we'll see. See if we get that little bit. We're trying to keep it above pre-market low here. See if we get a little bit more downside. Again, the only way we're going to be able to survive here is we get 2 to 1s. I think 8 points is reasonable, but considering the doji's context here, this could get a little tricky here to the upside. So, by the way, the seller is gone. Move. Apply. Remove. Apply. Okay. Big, strong bull into that again. All right. Let's see here. So this is your last player up here. I think our stop is roughly at 15. So we're about to go down. This was a huge engulfing. Sell volume tapered, so it wasn't a real seller. The selling's coming from up here, this overlap. Didn't get excellent pricing. I'm about 3 ticks away from getting stopped out right here. By the way, we're still in this short. This short's going to last all the way up until 82. So there's a long way to go for this short up here. So let's see here. Just nudged into that liquidity right there. Nudged in there. Buy volume tapered. So even though that was a big reaction, this buyer's coming from, I don't know, actually. None of this is real necessarily crazy buying either. Look at the 5 minute though. We have 5 minute buyer here. 1, 2, 3. Big extension off of that. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. 2 to 1. That's what we're trying to get. It's only going to be right, what? Going to be right plus commissions a third at the time or something like that. 5 points on the ES is only $10 of risk, I think. Right? No. It's $25 of risk. 5 points. For a $50 gain. That's what it is. All right, let's see. Let's see if we pick up a little bit here. Pick up a little steam. Still not crazy new selling yet. This is that liquidity up here. Could have got... The only thing that I wish I would have done better is got a little bit better pricing. I sold at 1150, which is the center here. And the overlap right here would have been a little bit better. Even up here would have been good too at 20. Like the back end up in 1975, that would have been even prettier. But since we're in the context of the short over here on the 15-minute, even though I know we're tapping up into this buyer is really accumulating. This is still saying that there's a lot of interested sellers in here. So, yeah. So there's still a lot of selling pressure to get through here before we just take them up. This right here was the accumulation from that buyer down here. The algos were kind of working, and then the sell algos here were selling into them. So it just kind of doji but up. So they were both selling into each other, but the buyer was just a little stronger until they finally broke. These sellers kind of got satisfied, and then it was up to the top end of this liquidity up here. So very interesting. All right, so now we're getting a little push off, which is good if we can actually crack this trend. This trend is going to be kind of important for us to crack here. See, it doesn't want to crack it, so I'm still not going to take the profit. I just want to wait, be a little patient here. Again, 214 would have been the better pricing, because then our 8 points would have been sitting at roughly 06, which is right here. See, right here would have been our 8-point scalp. So positioning is going to be everything here. Right now, I'm waiting for 350. I'm waiting for a pull, which I think is very realistic, by the way, coming all the way back down here. But we would have got the ding there. That would have been our 8 points. So positioning is going to be key here. If I'm going to trade the ES, I need to be in good positioning. I didn't need to front run it like that. So now we're getting ready to test that lower margin again, right? We're getting ready to, we're almost at 8 points, 0.37 off. Very close. Right here is the fill. There's the 8. All right, we close it there. Very nice. All right. So I ended up getting that short on the live account. The only reason why I'm not showing my live account is because I have the account number. I don't know if that necessarily matters. So we're roughly up $40 on our live account, but after commissions is $33.84. So that's the actual take-home profit there. And then you add tax to that, pretty much only up 20 bucks. Tapping back into this liquidity again. So if I was going to take a double here, right? Oh, wait, we need to move this trend a little bit. This 65 level is going to be another big bounce. This is where they reinforce that position. So if they came up again, there should be a little bounce here. A little maybe 20-point bounce. I wonder if we'll catch something. I think that's being reflected on our NinjaTrader chart as well. So you see the little overlap right here. I think what is going on here? Yeah, okay. This is the hard part. It's gonna be like, where is this coming from? It's coming from this. I need to put like another little marker there so that we can tell. I can tell that this is that for this, basically. It's going to be a little tricky. All right, we see we broke, got our fill, got close to that liquidity, and the buyer is aggressing even further, right? So they came up, new buyers here, came down, tapped into this liquidity. Buyers continued to accumulate, ripped off, hit the next level of liquidity. Liquidity rejected off, came down here, and these buyers are starting to aggress it even further. Notice the uptick in volume here, right? So we could throw even a new box here. That this is our new buyer. Remember, the left chart is 30 seconds, so it's not going to carry as much weight as the 5 minute. The 5 minute is going to carry a lot more weight. It's nice to see things kind of working out here. All right, let's get rid of this line. All right. Here you have it, right here. So now we're going to get ready to see if we're going to test this upside liquidity again. As you can see, we're just bouncing off back and forth. You do have, if I was going to go short again anywhere, let's see, we have this one here as well. I need to mark. Let's see here. So we have this one, this one. If I was going to mark anything, I don't know. This is a pretty big absorption in sell volume, but there's probably some buyers here that, and sellers that got absorbed as well. Yeah. So there's going to be no guest today, just so you guys know. I have to cut the stream early, probably in about 25, 30 minutes, just because of the context of the day. I had someone, I'm making an exception for someone as they're booking. So they're going to be booking, and I'm going to be, by the way, the seller's starting to, seller got eaten into a little bit. But next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's what we're hoping for our, we call it the micro hour. And we're going to have guests on, different traders. I'm going to have Roman on, I think, next week. And he's got a pretty, I've always liked this guy's indicator that he uses. It's a custom one that he made. We'll talk a little bit about it when he comes out into the stream, but he's going to show us a good trade that he's taken from it. If I was actually going to purchase any indicator, which I'm not a big indicator person, obviously, I trade pure price action, right? But I kind of like how clean his is. And it's just super, super clean. You know how indicators, besides like VWAP or something, can get kind of messy. His is so clean that I'm like, I could definitely let this float around in my chart. So that'll be something to consider, because I'm interested even in. Whoa! Hold on, I'm gonna cut the mic real fast. Guys, I think I just missed a trade here. Broke out of all these wicks. Oh, no, okay. It didn't try to go higher. If this would have tried to go higher, think about this. You have all these wicks as context down here. So it broke out of all of that. If this would have tried to go higher and came back in, this would have been a short, but it didn't. So, okay. Let's check the 15-minute just to make sure this is our market open right here. Let's move this bar appropriately here. Yeah. So we'd have to break new highs of day for this trade to get validated, but we're doing okay. We ended up catching this bid here, which was nice. Yeah, let's see how this rotates here. looking at the ES, we have a couple liquidity zones. So this one's from here. I need to put some circles here. This one's from here. This one's from here. Okay. And then this one is from, whoa. This is from, let's see, uptick here to here. So, wait, what? Why is this? Oh no, this is the 30-second, I think. This is some kind of 30-second thing right here. So new seller here. This one is, yeah, there. So this new seller should be from here to here, which would be right here to right there. So a little overlap. So if I was going to play any level here on the ES besides that first tap here that we got that 8 points from, probably be the back end at 20 to 22, maybe even 2250. I might go halfway in between a 21. Try and take 8 points from that. Let me see, where would 8 points put us? 8 points would put us at 13. 13. That might be a little tricky. But we're going to stay in the short here on the top step. And pretty much just going to hold the short. I mean, so from a 15-minute standpoint, you have these strong sellers here. And the strong sellers are going to continue to put pressure on these buyers, these 5-minute buyers. By the way, guys, thank you for liking the video. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We'll be here providing more content. I'm going to bring in more traders. Hopefully, I can get 5 traders a week for the micro hour. That would be sick. I'm going to take a lot of scheduling to do that, but we'll do that hopefully in the future. I'm going to get a little studio. I'm working on my studio now, but this is still, it's kind of tricky with my son anyways, because I have my son with me 2 of these days. So it makes it a little tricky. So eventually I'm hoping that we can get things a little bit more into an actual. I'm thinking about actually going and renting a studio and building a full-on trading studio, which would be sick. All right, so these are from these people. Boom, boom, boom. These ellipses are just to tell me where these levels are marked since they fly through everything. So just need to pay attention to where they kind of start from. And the new buyers here, let's see, we got one from here to here. Ooh, sneezed into. So technically there is a buying region here from, see, we had the uptick in volume. Look at the volume as I'm doing this. So uptick, 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 right? So really, I would only probably put it right here, besides the last uptick. But since those engulfed so much, I don't even think I would want to play with those. I would rather play with our new buyer from here to here. So that was our buyer. So let's mark that from, let's see, right here, that boom. And then we're going to put this little ellipse right here. I'm going to find a better little, maybe I'll put the rectangle. The rectangle's cleaner. Wow, 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 wow. Squares might look a little cleaner. All right, not quite, we're not looking quite bullish yet, in my opinion. I think this area, this double lap area, still might prove to be sufficient here. I would like to get, if I'm going to take another short here, I want to get up here. I'm going to take a bid. I don't even know where I would take a bid from. You have a slight buyer down here as well. Really, really kind of tricky. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. It's a pre-market buyer, so they're less apt. There we go. Market buyer. That's the one I was marking here. Kind of tough. Tough for me to decide. Oopsie. Control Z not work? Where's the undo button? It's got to be an undo button, right? No undo button? Well, that's going to make things a little difficult. I'm going to have to lock all of these in then. There we go. Okay, good. Yeah, that's locked. See, this is a hassle. You know what I mean? All these extra steps I have to do. I can't just Control Z anything and undo. To lock everything down. Put this chart in prison. All right. Back positive again. Let's see if we can actually get this rotation. Just kind of dredging down a little bit, but nothing's looking too scary yet. A lot of buying was getting absorbed up there. Getting that multiple dojis in a row again up here. Little anomalies might crack it. I think the SPY looks stronger. I think SPY looks strong. It's more than halfway off the green, right? Off that green bar. The NASDAQ is actually slipping a little bit. So yeah, that big green CPI, and it dumped below it. Now it's coming back up a little bit. So the ES is looking even stronger. It's showing relative strength. So if I'm going to trade the ES, I don't know if I necessarily even want to go short per se. I may just want to stick to going along the C545. Let's see if we take a trend here. Any trend breaks before that? Let's see if we get a 2-bar here. I might just take it. Let's see. With the NASDAQ being heavy, maybe tough. A little bit of a divergence in both ways, but ES is definitely lifting up and carrying the NASDAQ right now. I don't know, 20s looks decent to short. 21 maybe, if we can get to 21. I could take the bottom half of this, and then 26 would be the stop. ES is not, NQ is not on the board with whatever the ES is bringing right now. NQ is revolting, starting a revolt. I think it's just kind of lame though. I don't get to show my orders. I don't want to put the, well, I have an account number. I don't know. I think the account number, that's the reason why I don't have the chart trader on right now, because then I could just buy, sell, see my actual orders. but it's kind of tricky. Look at all this. Look at all this selling into this right here. Up at this 13 level, the ES really wants to get up here, but a lot of selling orders coming from here. Say right, I can't just right click and remove something. I have to remove it manually, and that's so annoying. So there's like a hotkey. Everything's hotkeyed here. Yes, kind of rejecting off here. 1350 level again. I think it might come down to 07 if the Nasdaq's gonna drag it. Which that's only 5 points, but been chewing up this liquidity up here. Unlock this real quick. All right, let's see what happens. Just chopping between these two players. Let's look at their other chart here. You guys get a little cleaner view. So we have our new sellers that stepped in. We have our big buyers that are here, and they're just kind of fighting each other right now. They were here. Some of this liquidity was getting eaten, and they're coming down again. More selling's kind of happening. Nothing aggressive yet. This buyer could be aggressive. What do we got? 35 seconds left. So this buyer is probably going to be a new buyer here. Should be. The volume should uptick. So this should be a new buyer trying to aggress this situation here. But we'll see what happens. What do we got here? How much time? 8 o'clock. Yeah, I may have to bow out here. So still nothing crazy. This is a little bit of a bear trap. Almost very close. We have 2 candles here. Break. Try to go lower. It just didn't quite get up here. But still, this is very close to a context of a bear trap. Would not take it, but just know that there are bears trapped here and here from this candle. So this may put a lot of pressure to the upside. I think the SPY is the ES is really dragging this up right now. So let's see how this candle goes. If this candle goes green here, even though I know there's going to be a back end seller, I may play this upside. All right, so this guy's gone, by the way. Oh, I can just right click remove just like that. Oh, well, that's nice. Let's just temporarily bring this up a touch here, a hair breadth, and lock that again. Volume's really important here. I want the volume to get up above here. It would be nice if we can get a nice big push in volume, because you got to think we're competing against this volume here. A lot of sellers. We're competing against this guy right here, right? And we already broke above this guy. So this guy's gone. This seller that was here has now been officially, all of that liquidity has been fulfilled, essentially, in theory. Again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. That's the theory. So in theory, we should see a little bit of a continuation here. Let's see. I'm going to guess where VWAP is right now. VWAP's going to be a little tricky. So volume weighted average price. I'm going to say the volume weighted average price is like literally right. Let's say it's like right here, 41, 42, 40. We'll say 40. Let's see. Where's VWAP? Oh my goodness. Look at that. 39.83. See? You don't need VWAP. You just need to know where it's at. I said right at 40. Boom. If this is the Price is Right, I think I went over. I busted. 1139. So I said 40. So you have to think. So you have to think. This is what I was thinking. I'm gonna turn off the music for this because this is gonna get. This is a little. Cut the music real fast. All right. So if looking at this chart, we have a volume spike here. So in the morning, the beginning of the morning session, volume is accruing here. So we would say that the volume somewhere in this big pocket. This is probably where most of the buying happened. Most of the buying probably didn't happen up here. But let's just say VWAP was somewhere up here. As it came over, the VWAP only had so much time because this is volume's really light. So the volume would stick closer to the bottom of where this volume is. It goes into here, this range, right? And it probably chopped around, I was thinking, since this is all choppy light volume. The light volume stuff's not going to bring up VWAP that much. So it almost probably went flat here, right? Now, as the volume is dipping, it's really staying flat. Now, we're at where VWAP and the volume's tapering way off. All of a sudden, we have this crazy volume. So the volume is going back and forth, but we're slowly starting to come down a little bit. So I assume that it came up, came this, and cut through it a little bit. And then there's real heavy volume. So tried to go lower and somewhere in this pocket. So up through here. And it's going down now and somewhere around 40. So that's why I was thinking. So I was thinking 40. Up, cut through this volume. Somewhere around 40. I don't know. Let me see. What did the pattern do again? Yeah. Up, cuts through this volume, down. Right there. That's exactly. Yeah. So that's the idea. The idea is volume weighted. So the weight comes from the volume, not the action. Doesn't matter how high this goes. It matters how high did it go with a lot of volume. Because you see the volume, most of the big volume spike, see how it's almost flat pre-market, right? But then you had this big volume spike, so this big volume spike is gonna make it react bigger. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. So this volume spike is gonna make VWAP react because it's relative to all these other bars. And then all of this volume was bigger than this. So even if it's down volume, it's still going to drag up. It's still going to drag up the VWAP until we get to where the volume starts to taper off. Then the VWAP starts flattening out because the volume's lowering. And then the volume starts picking up again, but it's chopping so much that it's still staying kind of flat. There's really nothing for it to do. But then once we crack and go lower with big volume, that's where it's starting to drag down VWAP again. And then volume tapered a little bit here, so it wouldn't affect it. It would flatten it a little bit. And then, yeah, that was the idea. Anyways, big thing for me to say that I got the prices right. Okay, I need the song. All right, so rejection off of this level here at 1450. A little bit better for the short. We have buyers stepping in right at the tip of this. You see that buyers are still here accumulating. I personally don't even know if it's going to go down. I think if it comes down to 65, we might catch another bid, double bottom. But we'll see if we get another flag here, another aggressor on the sell, this could get really heavy. So, and blow through both of these levels. So I'm going to trade that one the same. Let me see, what time is it? 8:06. Yeah. It's like VWAP. I know VWAP is a good tool to trade with, right? Like people will look at VWAP and be like, oh yeah, bounced right off VWAP. Like even this was like a bounce out of VWAP, but really this wasn't a quote unquote bounce off of VWAP. What this was is you had buyers aggressing here, buying liquidity, and they were looking to continue to fill their orders. This guy looking to fill orders again. So you see they came in. This is where a lot of that buying imbalance happened. Shoved up and came back down, and then they were looking to buy it again. But the sellers now were shoving the price down. They're proving stronger. And then you had a little bit of a mix up here as it got into this zone until they cracked. Once they got satisfied, that was it. Then you go to the next bidder down here. That's why we played this overlap here, because this is where that pool of liquidity was. That's where you had a buyer here previously, like maybe like 4 days ago, 3 days ago, and then you had a buyer yesterday. They try to reinforce this position. This is the third time. So you tap in this for a third time. Yes, they're still here. They're still active. They still want to buy. So that's the idea. So VWAP, see how we're kind of getting away from VWAP. VWAP is a nice measurement here of whoa. Anyway, so again, here you have a bounce. See how VWAP's staying here, but reality is, look, it's right where our sellers are. You see that? It's right where the selling volume, the beginning of the selling volume is. So you're going to come up here. We're getting close to it, and we're either going to bounce off VWAP or go above it and bounce off. But until the reality is, our sellers are right here. Until we get above these sellers, this is still going to be a selling liquidity. This whole area is going to be where people are going to look to sell. So once we break this person, then it's like, okay, if they're breaking through selling, people that were selling previously might be a little more hesitant to sell, firstly. Secondly, they maybe they're going to want to look to a reinforced level. Up here is kind of a reinforced level because these are two separate sellers, right? These are two separate sellers. These are sellers that happen on separate occasions. So this little gap, if you run up, yeah, they might get through this first seller, but how much are they going to be into this next seller? Now, if they crack through both of them, this seller might not be heavy up front. They might not be heavy here. They might be much heavier here. Because if you think about it, big institutions, when they're selling aggressively, they're the ones initiating. So when they initiate, they're initiating back here. Everyone else is trying to get ahead of them. So even though they may get ahead of them again, really, until we break the back end here, this is where your big players are. This is probably just medium players, and don't get me wrong, they sold into here again. The idea is if they front run it, and we get a new seller, then this is going to be a hot area. This is going to be an area where they're actively selling. They're front running themselves essentially. So this is a little area where you're going to find double the sellers because you have two sellers that aggressed it again on a different occasion. And then this is back end is going to be where they initiated that selling from before. So these are going to be two hot areas. That's why it's hard to play the middle ground here, because this thing can just, if it blows through this, if this doesn't react fast, those sellers aren't really hot there, right? I want to see if this doesn't react quickly, I try and cover, and then I want to see it come to the back end. And this one I play a little bit more, and then if it blows right through, then hey, you know that the buyers are just stronger than the sellers. But if we get a nice reaction off this and the algos kind of kick in, we're going to get a nice play. So if I was playing this with my regular this account, I'm sorry, with the house account, we're playing this with the house account here, I'd be looking to probably sell, like this is your double lap of liquidity here, right? This is what we're talking about right here in 1921. I was talking about selling at 21. So if we break above this isn't the seller. This is not the resistance here. This little line, this green and red bar, because the volume is saying that this wasn't an active participant. This wasn't really an active buyer. The seller was stronger, but it still wasn't crazy strong. I mean, it was decent. You could make an argument that was active seller. I do have the seller marked, but really this back end here is going to be this seller plus this seller. They're going to be working together essentially. So when we come up, it's either this buyer is going to really aggress them, or it's going to have a reaction and boom, bounce off that level maybe even blast above it. The buyer will try really strong to take them out. They run into the back end of this guy, and the algos keep up, start catching up, and shoving it down, shoving it down, shoving it down, shoving it down. So different ways to look at it. How much time we got left? 2 minutes left in this candle. So this is a 2-bar break here from a 5. The NASDAQ is below VWAP. I wonder if the ES would be above VWAP. VWAP here. Order flow VWAP. Do I need order flow for that? I wonder. Yeah, order flow. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's try it again. I don't need order flow. That's why I don't care. Let's see. Do we have VWAP though? VWMA. Volume profile. Volume MA. It's so weird that VWAP is like so prevalent. I'll have to look at it on a different thing. But anyways, we're getting ready to test VWAP over here. And then from our house account over here, I think we're above VWAP. So if I had to guess where VWAP is here, came up, right? Came up, volume, probably like right here actually. Volume kind of kicked up again, went down a little bit, and then volume stepped in again to the upside. So I'd say that over here we're probably around the 08 for VWAP. So I think we're above VWAP on the ES. Probably like 0850, I'm gonna have to say. Came up, flattened, came down a little bit, came up again. Maybe between like maybe 09. Nah, like 0925, somewhere around here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, maybe 010, maybe 10. All right, getting ready. 15 seconds left in this candle. If it goes green, I may take this long here. Still in the context of a big short, though. That's the only kind of thing I shouldn't be doing. But the ES is acting a little differently. Yeah, it's a doji. I don't want to take that. I might get cut. Okay, guys. I'm sorry about the short stream today. Hope to provide you some content next week. Thank you guys for liking the video. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. We'll be here a little bit longer of a stream. Gonna have a couple of guests. Let's see here. We're gonna have guests. Whoa, wow, 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 wow. Hey, no growling. We're gonna have a couple of guests next week. Couldn't do both of them this week. We had Shark yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that interview and see him trade, yesterday was the day. He did excellent. Broke down a couple different strategies. Uses VWAP and Fibonacci's. Excellent. Was excellent to see how he plays the Fibonacci's both ways. I thought that was really dope. So that's something to check out. And then what else? We got, yeah, so next week we're going to have, I think we're going to have Roman with his indicators. And then I'm going to bring in one more trader. I don't know who it is yet. I've hit up a couple people. I just got to make sure their schedules line up with mine. Or I should say that window lines up with their schedules. So this is our live account again. So we gross realized, let me see. I'll put this into the screen. Let me see. Is it my, there we go. Put that into the screen. So there's our P&L and our gross P&L right there. You can barely see it, but 40, 33, 33 P&L. I'm not showing my account number. So there that is. Small gains, but it's real money. So ended up working out. It took three trades, one loser, 2 winners, and the last winner happened to do pretty good. So I think the in and out is like, it's kind of expensive in and out. I need to pay for that. If I had, eventually I'll pay for the NinjaTrader platform to get those margins real low, but it ended up working out. So alrighty, I think that's it. I hope you guys have a good day. Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9:30 Pacific. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time tomorrow, mañana. Peace.